So, as many people in the country know, there's a quite a big polar vortex that came through. Riley, you didn't have school today; got canceled.
It was lovely.
I can only.
You're
imagine.
already got a 2-hour delay tomorrow.
No, I'm on cloud 9 right now. Nothing can bring me down.
I was just thinking about what I mean. When we were kids, there was no better news than getting a snow day. What were some of the things that you did on your snow day? Some of your first, like, oh, I got a snow day. What am I doing?
Sleeping in.
I would always put a sled on the back of my dad's truck with a rope, and he would just drive around. Because I live in the country, he would drive around the cornfields.
Did your dad not have work?
He is his own boss, so he probably
Dad in a pyramid scheme?
no. He probably took the day off,
Even 20 years ago.
or just took some time to do the
spend
sled
with his son.
Yeah, spend with his son.
That's beautiful. I feel like for our dad, because our dad worked at a church, and so there are no days off at the church, and so it's like hazardous road condition, level 2, level 3 snow emergency, and our dad's like, gotta make sure the pipes don't freeze at church. So he's like going out, and we're just like sitting at home playing our PS2.
Yeah, playing Pokemon on the DS.
Oh, playing PlayStation like Sly Cooper. That was my jam. Snow days.
I was thinking because we didn't have cable up until like, I don't know, we were like 12 or 13 years old, and so but we still wanted to watch TV. Like PBS, they would only have the cartoons in like starting at 4:00, and so we would watch The Price is Right, Let's Make a Deal.
Way overestimated that.
Those guys are 5 years old.
Those Clorox wipes are definitely not worth that much.
He is out of touch.
It would be awesome to win that treadmill.
That jet ski is way more than $3,000.
Judge Judy was another one.
Watching small claims court, just like people cussing each other out. Where it's like,
this content is amazing.
Absorption. Nowadays,
it didn't matter what was on the TV as long as it was something.
Although I feel like nowadays, school gets canceled. Kids are like they just got to like do online work or something. We didn't know how good we had it.
Actually, you remember there was that one year we were in middle school, and we had so many snow days that the school district was like, "That's it. You're coming to school on Saturday."
I feel like you did not go in. I feel like your dad was.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah. They were like, we have to make up days. We don't want to go super late in the summertime.
This was in middle school?
No, it was elementary school.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and so they were like, you guys are coming in on Saturday. And so we did. At least we did. A lot of
the
people.
Good noodles that we were.
A lot of people did not go. And I remember it being
You're
the
like,
most.
This is going to affect my grade.
It was a half day.
Are you sure?
It wasn't a full day.
Okay.
I don't care.
It was a very, like, the.
I'm already failing my classes.
The teachers didn't want to be there either. So it was like a nonsense.
We just watched
sort of
like
day.
Bill Nye videos, I remember.
Yeah.
It was pretty chill.
Going to school on Saturday. That's like.
It's not chill.
It's like you make a movie out of that. Like. One of those middle school movies. It's like middle school, the worst years of my life.
Disney Channel original movie, snowed in,
snowed out. Yeah, something like that.
That's not chill, but you know what is chill? The good chill hunting podcast. How do you like them apples? I didn't really time that super well. But starting strong, the year of 2025.
Whoa. I thought I was about to do a Mario. Woo.
I thought you were doing Santa.
I thought you were doing yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
I was about to do
Anyway. Yeah, you missed the mark on that one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's just restart everything. Okay, no, from the top.
Snow days, love them or hate them.
What's the deal with
the
winter climate?
Polar vortexes.
But what have you been watching, Riley?
I've seen one movie since last episode. I was at my my brother and sister-in-law's, and my nephew wanted to watch a movie, and he put on Inside Out 2. And I was like, I haven't seen it yet. Let's do it. And it's not as good as the first one, but it's still pretty good. Like I love the first one, but I really enjoyed Inside Out 2.
What'd you give it?
Gave it 4 stars. 4 stars. I think.
That's what I gave it.
Josiah, you mentioned it when you watched it about like core beliefs. I think I really relate to that, and I think that's a good message for kids about learning about core beliefs.
Yeah, it puts it in language that kids and lay people will understand. I thought it was really good. Like you said, I think like when you're kind of dealing with a more specific structure of trying to educate on beliefs, it's like that's that might not hit as much on an emotional level like the first one, but I think it was really good, and it was really,
I agree.
really solid follow-up.
I do think they do hit a lot of the same beats as the first one, but I didn't really mind that whole lot. So
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, I don't see myself wanting to go back to rewatch it.
No, I would rather live in ignorance. Core beliefs, more like
I'm
Snore beliefs.
So I would recommend it if you haven't seen it. Go watch it.
Would that have made your top 5 of 2024?
I think it would have been right on the bubble.
Right on the bubble?
Right on the edge.
I don't know where you're getting that one.
All bubble blowing babies will be beaten, sentenced by every able patron in the bar.
What? What's that from?
So I watched 3 movies. One of them, Noah and I will get to in a second here, but the other movie I watched besides that first one is The Wild Robot. I got around to it right in time to not make it on my 2024 top 5.
What a good movie.
I gave it 4 stars. So
Fantastic movie.
You guys both give it.
So I gave it 4 stars initially because, as I said in our previous recording, there's stuff I don't like about it. But then after 24 hours, I was at work that next day, and I was just thinking about the movie, and I was like
crying over a patient.
I was just thinking about all the things that I liked about it, and I was like, you know what? I think it's 4.5 at least.
Yeah,
we're not. Are we 24 hours out for you yet?
Yeah, because it was a few days ago. Yeah, I think it's a very beautiful movie. I think the music, I could use a boost. Chris Bowers, amazing, very good message. There's a few different messages in the art style, the color. It just doesn't feel like other DreamWorks productions. It feels a little bit more like
one of the things
less goofy and more
that I appreciate about it. I mean, as far as being less goofy, and it's something that Disney would not dare do in 2025, is they have like animal violence or like real life animal death. Like in the first 5 minutes or so, Roz is like, "Oh, hello, bird," and then something comes up, and you just see the bird's decapitated head. Like,
oh yeah,
and then there's a couple of instances. Like, I mean, obviously, Roz kills Bright Bill's mom, and when they're doing the animal rescue in the snow, they like peer into one of the holes, and they're like, "We can't give up. We got to keep going." Death in nature, Disney wouldn't touch it, but I think they handle it really well, until like the end where it sort of kind of falls apart a little bit.
The animals hold hands and become friends. But that served the purpose of the message that the movie was trying to tell. So I think it's really good. Like, I think it would have been on the bubble of my top 5 as well of last year. It probably would have. I liked it more than Inside Out 2 as well. So I think that was my number 5. So, Noah made a comment about how there's one line from the movie that he just has been chewing on ever since that made him ugly cry.
Let's just go to the next movie. I don't want to cry.
We're talking about Noah crying, and Riley's just like, I just love seeing my friends be emotionally vulnerable. I love you guys.
No, it's okay. So it's at the end. So Roz has all of the woodland creatures gathered around, and she's like, I have to return to wherever the humans, because they'll just keep coming after me.
Spoilers.
It's spoilers, yeah.
Go watch the movie.
And everyone's like real hurt about it. And then Fink comes out, and he's like, but what if I get lost? Or what if he gets hurt? Or what if I have to tell you something and you're not there? And that line, that end line, what if I have to tell you something and you're not there? Like man, I was just thinking about that sitting next to my wife when I was watching it. It's like, what a profound line. Like, death is something that I think about a lot, unfortunately.
I think death makes us more aware of the beauty of life.
Right.
Pick it up. Oh, sorry, wrong death.
Love where your head is.
But I just thinking about like when someone close to you passes away. In this movie, it's someone moving away. But I immediately thought of like when we lose someone close to us, like our dad or something. Like I just think about when he gets old and passes on. Like, man, what if I have to tell you something and you're not there? It's like that's wow. I never thought about it in that way before.
Yeah, and we've been blessed to not really have
Yeah.
faced any a tragic loss like that in our lives where we would have encountered grief in that way.
Yeah. That's a blessing. But yeah, what if I had to tell you something and you're not there? Like, wow. Yeah, that's gonna suck a lot.
Yeah. Let the record show that is the line that I thought was going to make Noah choke up.
You're so smart.
I was placing bets.
So brave.
I'm like emotionally checked out of this because I'm just thinking like, Josiah, you did it again. You read your brother's mind. No, that is.
Josiah watched that line and he was like, "Shut up, Fink."
I don't like Pedro Pascal.
I want more robots versus animals.
I want the robot Blathruth. That's why I think I like Thelma. I think Thelma talks about death in a really important way as well. So anyway, all that being said, go watch The Wild Robot. It's great.
Go buy The Wild Robot on Blu-ray. It'll make a great addition to your collection and you'll want to watch it again and you'll be glad that you owned it.
Yeah.
Josiah had to borrow my copy.
I stole it actually, and I haven't given it back yet. And then the other movie I watched it yesterday. I was feeling a little down yesterday, and you know what, like you do when you're feeling down, I just Googled hopeful movies. I was like, I need to pick me up, and sure enough, the first result.
Schindler's List. I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, I suppose like in the grander sense, the hope of humanity carrying on.
Okay.
3.5 hours. But the
Schindler's List. That's
the top suggestion on Reddit was Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I was like,
interesting. That's
the
top one.
But I just saw that and I was just like, yeah, I could rewatch that. I'm down for a rewatch.
And it's because why? For people who don't know, it's your favorite movie. It's
my favorite movie. It's been my favorite movie for a while. I've seen it a handful of times now, and I feel like I just can appreciate it every time. I've said this before, but the character of Walter Mitty is, I just see myself in him, and this viewing yesterday was, I think, special and helpful for me just in seeing how Walter as a character, I think like the kind of on the surface, you see him transform, you see him step out of his comfort zone and go on these adventures throughout the movie. But really what you see throughout the movie is a man who feels very small, very insignificant, but like people are saying such kind things about him throughout the movie. Like, Walter, you were a good boss, or like, Walter, when your father passed away, you gave up your wants to help support your family. It's like you really see like, man, on the surface, this really unassuming man is actually amazing in a way that society doesn't always recognize or celebrate. And so that I think that the movie just does an amazing job of that, on top of all the other reasons I like the movie. So it was a well-timed rewatch. So I feel like we're getting really heavy in this first 10 minutes of the podcast. But
Does anybody got tissues?
Nope.
Yeah,
there you go.
Walter Mitty. That's a really
beautifully said.
Thanks.
I read somewhere today that just because Greenland's in that movie, I guess Donald Trump's trying to buy Greenland.
That's an interesting fact.
I just read that. Anyway,
Like, for real?
Greenland is the prime minister, whoever, is trying to gain independence from Denmark, and then Donald Trump's like, I want to buy that island.
I want you to have the opposite of independence. I want you to be colonized by the United States.
Yeah. Anyway, is that?
That's it.
Wrapped up your thoughts. Okay. Very good. I watched 3 movies. One of them is what Josiah and I will talk about here in a second. But the first one I watched was Green Lantern.
Greenland.
Green Lantern.
With Ryan Reynolds.
With Ryan Reynolds. I'd never seen it. I don't know why we watched it. We were Ken's and I were just sitting on the couch. We're like, I don't know.
Do you want to watch Green Lantern?
Yes.
You read my mind.
We were scrolling through the movies, and it was like, I guess we'll watch Green Lantern. And it was not that good.
What do you give it?
I gave it 2 stars out of 5. That's no revelation. It's got a 1.8 on Letterboxd, which is probably lower than I would have thought. Yeah, it's just kind of a mess. Like, just sloppily put together. The CGI is bad.
Like the suit looks pretty bad.
I was not even the suit. Well, the suit doesn't look great, but like a lot of the outer space stuff, Parallax, the alien, the main villain, does not look very good. Taika Waititi's in this movie.
Yep.
And he does an American accent. It's not that good.
Probably that's probably what he thinks of your New Zealand accent.
Probably. It was just funny. The scene with him comes on. I was like, "Is that Taika Waititi?" Yeah, he's the guy in the chair.
Like motion captured.
No, isn't he like the
No,
best friend? That's
he's like the guy in the guy in the
comedian?
chair.
Oh, I thought he was like one of the aliens.
No, that's Michael Clark Duncan. I'm gonna teach you to be a Green Lantern. I think Mark Strong as Sinestro is actually pretty cool.
They're like, Mark Strong, you're going to be a villain in every DC movie, but not the same villain. He's in Shazam. He's the villain.
Yeah.
And he's in Penguin. He's
that's funny.
Carmine Falcone because they recast him with from John Turturro.
That's right. Yeah. Green Lantern. What I wrote about in my review is like I really liked this character's, at least I did back in high school, and so like actually just like seeing the Green Lantern like action with him like creating constructs and stuff, it's cool. They don't do it as much as you would hope from a Green Lantern movie.
Probably because the budget. It's expensive.
Yeah, or like the scenes on like Oa is the home planet. Those are kind of cool because you get to see all the other Green Lanterns
like training, right?
Yeah, that specific thing wasn't that cool, but just like the setting was neat, and it shows like the potential that was not fulfilled.
I watched it back in the day, and whenever it came out, I was like, "This is not good." So
Really?
yeah,
2011, I think, is when it came out.
I'm excited for the Green Lantern show with Aaron Pierre.
Oh, so it's the show?
Yeah, they
Okay.
say it's kind of like True Detective meets Green Lantern.
Okay. Well, that kind of piques my interest.
Green Lantern
We
Corps.
have 3 new Green Lanterns, so
Yeah.
if you don't
Huh?
like one, there's 2 others. Guy Gardner, John Stewart,
Oh, yeah.
and
And Hal Jordan,
Who's Hal Jordan?
Kyle Chandler from Game Night and
Oh,
Friday Night Lights.
I didn't know
Super
he
8.
was cast as Hal
Yeah.
Jordan. Honestly, he'll probably do a better job than Ryan Reynolds. I don't see Ryan Reynolds as
They
Hal
wanted
Jordan.
Josh Brolin, but he turned it down.
So they're going for an older Hal Jordan.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the mentor to John Stewart.
I think that
I'm actually really interested. That was my other takeaway from Green Lantern is like, I'm actually pretty excited for Superman. Like, just like the DC, I'm kind of ready to see if they can do something cool with that.
We'll talk about that later.
Then another movie I watched was 10 Things I Hate About You. That's a pretty good movie. I gave it 4.5 stars. Sort of surprised actually by my rating. I had watched it one time back like 7 or 8 years ago. It's just like it's a good like for me movie.
Cameron, do you like her? I don't know. She gives like a whole speech. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
pleasure.
all the characters are pretty lovable.
the character of Michael, the actor who plays him, is the actor in Oppenheimer, who plays like
he plays Bernard in Santa Claus. No,
I don't know his name. I've not seen him in anything else, but I just feel like he played a very similar role in Oppenheimer.
that
Like
who
the
I'm thinking
character
of?
just grew up, graduated high school, went to college, got a PhD in physics.
Wait, Michael, is he the one that like
He's like the friend of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
I just remember his name was Michael.
is
Like,
he in Santa Claus? Is that the actor I'm thinking of?
No, are you thinking
might-
of Spencer Breslin?
No. I think it is.
Maybe.
He
I don't
plays
know.
Bernard in the Santa Claus.
But
Yeah,
I
I think it.
I just know him because he like plays a very similar role in Oppenheimer, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah. I love like the
I just click at what you're trying to say. And that is funny. It clicked. You're saying that character is
He-
getting in Oppenheimer. It clicked.
Okay, I wasn't trying to make any sort of.
That was like a
highbrow
theory.
Riley has.
Yeah, it was like, but theory can only take you so far.
Just like there's like a lot of just like background jokes. Like he points out like, and these are the cowboys. There's just like a clique of cowboys at the high school, and later on in one scene you just see them in the background. They're just eating cans of beans. It's just really funny.
I just like the one dweeb guy that's teaching golf or whatever.
Yeah,
He's like,
grip
now
it.
remember, guys, grip it and rip it.
Yeah, and then I don't know, like the one main girl, she's like drawing the bow and arrow, and then she gets distracted, and like she hits the gym teacher. So it's just like a lot of that stuff. I think the music is really good too. It's all, I mean, this movie came out in 1999, but it feels like it's just like, yeah, Y2K, what we grew up with. 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies, right from the get-go. I like it. It works. And then kind of moving into the movie that Josiah and I watched. Maybe you've watched it too. It was Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl, the latest.
We talk about Wallace and Gromit on this podcast fairly frequently. More just Gromit and more just Noah talks about it.
Gromit's the goat.
But Noah and I grew up on Wallace and Gromit. Like, we watched the Curse of the Were-Rabbit. We watched the original shorts. We had them on DVD and all like the cracking contraptions. I just feel like we are organic fans, if there are any.
We are entitled.
And our opinion is correct. When we say, because this movie's gotten 100% of Rotten Tomatoes, 4-star
4.0
average on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Like, people love this movie. Noah and I both gave it 2.5 stars.
It was very deflating. The credits rolled, and because we watched it together, we both just looked at each other as like, wow, that was disappointing.
Let's see if
Like we just had a mutual agreement.
good, bad, and ugly. I would say the good. I like Feathers McGraw as a villain. I think he's very fun. Doesn't have to say a word. I feel like spiritually from his introduction in The Wrong Trousers, like I feel like they carry a lot of that forward, and he's fun. He, like just the like close-ups of him just like using his flippers or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
when he remembers or he figures out the password.
Yeah, it's just
He doesn't have eyebrows and he doesn't have a mouth, so all of his expression is done mostly through body language,
which is really good.
Yeah, I think for the most part, Wallace and Gromit are pretty true to their characters, which is good that they at least kept that consistent. I think it looks great. It looks just as good as any other claymation movie ever has. Other goods.
Yeah.
They keep, like, Wallace is an inventor, and they keep there's a lot of inventions and that sort of thing, which is
the movie
good as well.
It nails the basics of what Wallace and Gromit has always been. But moving into like the bad, I feel like it gets the basics and doesn't go beyond that. I think we made the comment that it's just like in the movie's an hour and 22 minutes. It feels like it should be a 30-minute short.
Which is the strangest thing, because Wallace and Gromit, they are a 30-minute movie, like that's their thing, their shtick. So that would have been such an easy way to go about this, and it seems like it would not have been that much work to trim this movie down to 30 minutes. They could have cut out a lot of the stuff that we didn't care for. Like there's just other bads. Like there's a whole B plot with like the police force with these new characters that we don't know, that frankly I didn't really care about.
Yeah, it felt. I think it's easiest to compare this movie to Curse of the Were-Rabbit. That was a feature-length film, and it felt, for lack of a better term, like inconsistent with past projects, and that's probably what they're going for. They're probably going for something a little bit more new, doing new stuff with the characters. I just feel like when I say like the basics, like the stakes didn't really feel that high. Like you hear like these gnome robots are taking over, and it's like,
well, and the whole thing is sort of gets spoilery, but it's a predictable plot. Feathers McGraw, the main villain, kind of like hacks these robots and makes them turn evil. And it's like a whole sequence of him changing them from good to evil. But then their evil setting isn't really like that evil. Like they still do yard work and stuff like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone on Letterboxd is talking about, how this is a triumphant film about artificial intelligence and the cautionary tale of it all. And we both thought that fell really flat.
On the nose, just kind of like, okay, sure.
Like is it artificial intelligence? Like the wrong trousers. The Wrong Trousers is a movie about technology going wrong, and that movie came out 25 years ago. It's a little different, but the same energy. It's like, the idea of technology turning is not new, and it's certainly not always a commentary on artificial intelligence, and it's not even like a super clever one.
It's not interesting just by virtue of being current and trendy. It's wrap it up. Any ugly? I mean, I've ugly. I would say the Wallace voice actor, because rest in peace, the previous actor
Peter Salas.
I mean, he did a good job, but I personally noticed a difference.
I think you notice if you think about it. I didn't have a problem with it. There was some shots looked a little ugly, like the
explosion.
Yeah, there's an explosion.
Yeah,
the explosion didn't look good. I don't know how much like water there was in Curse of the Were-Rabbit or the other ones, but the water's not claymation. It's all like, it looks like photorealistic water, which I don't know. That was I noticed it.
Yeah,
not in a good way.
There's a good chance if you've seen it, you loved it. So let us know why we're wrong in the comments, or let us know if we made some good points.
That was another thing. A final thought. I feel like Feathers McGraw could have been in it more.
Yeah, I agree.
He didn't have
the
much.
Norbots kind of took the
Norbots
mantle
were more annoying than anything.
Villain. Yeah, I agree. I like Feathers McGraw, and I look forward to his return in a better production.
And another thing.
You suck.
So speaking about 2025 releases, we are going to go dive in to our most anticipated movies of 2025, and then we're going to do a prediction of what we think is going to be the top 5 of the box office.
Not going to lie, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul would have been like in my top 5 most anticipated if I hadn't already watched it. I was really looking forward to this movie.
Yeah, that was.
I'm glad you loved it so much. So, Josiah, why don't you start us off? What's a movie you're looking forward to in 2025?
The obvious answer here, the top one I'm most looking forward to, is Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho's next production. Robert Pattinson. The trailer was just like a euphoric experience just watching that. So, bummer that it got pushed back to March, but well worth the wait, I'm sure.
It got pushed back to April, and then it and
Sinners
swapped.
Yep.
So now it's in March.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be in January.
Yeah,
but yeah. So I'm willing to wait.
Yeah, that'll probably be pretty good.
That's my top anticipated.
One of mine, I'd be curious. It might be on your list. I doubt it's on yours. Is The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie.
I saw that.
No, tell me more.
Have you heard of it?
No.
It's I saw a clip. There's like a YouTube clip of it that came out last year that I watched. It's Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, not Bugs for some reason. And
he probably blew up.
Maybe
Bugs is the best though.
They go on some sort of misadventure. It's like a 2D animated Looney Tunes movie. I think it leans heavily into the slapstick, like true to form Looney Tunes. Like what you know them for, kind of action and humor. And initial like reviews, because I think it premiered like some sort of arts festival. I think people said it was pretty good. So I'm pretty eager to see what that's all about.
So this one is it's technically not the start of the James Gunn universe. That's with Creature Commandos, but the first movie in his cinematic universe, and that's Superman. I was never a big Superman fan growing up, but this movie has got me excited and wanting to watch more Superman projects. I'm really excited for Superman with David Cornsweet. So,
and part of the Good Chill Hunting Lost Media archive is a reaction video of us reacting to the Superman trailer, and we didn't get the mic to work.
Sitting over here on the couch,
and the mic
like,
did not pick up our.
We're gonna blow up. This is gonna be our big break.
Well, you said that,
so the video's just us. And so that one did not get posted. Another one I'm looking forward to is the first like spin-off within the. I think it's the first one within the John Wick universe, Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas. I like the John Wick movies. I think the world is so, the John Wick underworld is so interesting. So I'm really excited to see where they go with a new character.
And just the shot with her like going against the flamethrower with like a water hose. I'm like, this looks super cool. And fun.
Yeah, I watched the trailer when it came out. I don't
think I've actually seen the trailer
much. So
I'm in. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Baba Yaga.
I am very excited for Fantastic Four: First Steps.
I think, frankly, personally, all three of the MCU movies come out this year.
What's the third one?
Brave New World, Thunderbolts,
yeah.
Fantastic Four. It's like I think they all look relatively promising. Well, Brave New World,
and we haven't even seen a trailer for Fantastic Four, but I think the cast is really good.
Pedro Pascal.
He's a good actor.
One more franchise.
Yep.
No, him. The casting sounds good.
It was like the other ones.
The other ones.
No,
the human fireball. The fact that it takes place in like the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a different time period. Should be good, I think.
Yeah, it's good. It's the same guy that directed WandaVision is directing this movie.
I really liked WandaVision.
So
I really liked it a lot.
Or maybe he's a showrunner, I forget. But anyways, my next pick is maybe the final entry of this series. It's one of my favorite action series out there, and that's Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
I was tempted to put that on my list, but then I remembered I didn't really like Dead Reckoning that much.
Which I'm gonna give. I like that movie more than you guys, but I'm gonna rewatch it. But I'm super excited. I think the Mission Impossible franchise since Ghost Pro actually since the third one has been the best action franchise there is.
We're in too deep with this franchise. The three of us, we've just committed. We've watched everyone up
together
until this one, so it's like we got to finish what we started.
As I said, though, Tom Cruise is getting kind of old.
He's gonna be awesome in this movie. He's gonna run like he always does, and it's gonna look sweet.
We'll see.
Mission Impossible Fallout playing on Thelma's TV.
Yeah, Thelma. Yeah, there's a ton of great scenes in that where it's just like a Mission Impossible like
homage.
Yeah. And the last one I had on my list that I'm looking that I'm not like pumped for this movie, but I'm intrigued, and that's Osgood Perkins's next project comes out in a few months. The Monkey.
Yeah.
Is that a Stephen King adaptation?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought I heard that. Maybe not.
I think Osgood Perkins is acting in this one.
Really?
As well as directing. Could be wrong.
He's not the main guy. I know the main guy's from Divergent and the gentleman.
Theo,
James.
Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
You got to get rid of that monkey.
Like a fat kid at summer camp.
Yeah. When a dog comes up to you and don't walk away, you start petting him. God, I love that. So it's like, I don't know. Longlegs was such a new feeling movie in a lot of ways and not in some other ways. So I think The Monkey's like, let's see. Like, I'll check it out.
I don't. We already said Mickey 17, Superman, and Ballerina. So those were my other three.
My one is a director that I think the three of us all love, and he's coming out with a movie next year starring Glenn Powell, and that's Edgar Wright's The Running Man. It's a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie.
Just what Hollywood needs. More remakes.
But
more Glenn Powell.
I'm excited because it has Glenn Powell, who I love, and it's directed by Edgar Wright, which I think He's a fun director. I always enjoy seeing his movies, so I'm excited to see.
It'll be interesting, yeah, as a remake. He hasn't done any remakes before, has he? What's his most recent movie? Was Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Some honorable mentions I had were Sinners, the Ryan Coogler movie. You guys,
I don't know what it's
anything
about.
about it until I saw it.
Well, I think what's his name? Michael B. Jordan plays a twin in it. So
opening night tickets.
it has Haley Steinfeld. I think it's a vampire movie, but it looks really interesting. There's the 2 live action movies of anime movies that I personally enjoy. You guys love Lilo and Stitch, and then Higher Train Dragon. I think will be.
Don't misunderstand. I have no desire to see this live action movie.
No desire at all?
No.
Oh, okay. The 28 Years Later trailer was really good, I thought.
I didn't watch it.
No. Okay. Just let me throw another one out here for you. The Life of Chuck.
What's that?
It's starring Tom Hiddleston. It's based off a Stephen King movie directed by Mike Flanagan.
Stephen King movie?
Yeah.
Book?
For the book. But Mike Flanagan's directing.
We don't know who that is.
Okay. Let's try one more time.
One more.
Yeah, that's all I got. That was
All
my
right.
list.
You really went out on a whimper with that one. All right, so we're placing our wagers now of the top grossing movies of the year.
Okay.
Are we going to
We'll go
go
five
around
to,
or
5-1.
Yeah. I'll start. Number 5, Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Number 5? I said a Minecraft movie.
Number 5, I said Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. Number 4, Superman.
Number 4, How to Train Your Dragon.
Number 4, Minecraft.
Okay. Number 3, How to Train Your Dragon.
Number 3, Captain America: Brave New World.
Number 3, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Number 2, I had the Minecraft movie.
Number 2, I had Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Number 2, I had Superman.
My number 1 is Jurassic World Rebirth. That was the second highest.
You missed a huge movie.
I said number 1, Superman.
You missed a huge movie. Number 1's Avatar: Fire and Ash, the 3rd Avatar movie.
I had that on my list. No,
The 2 highest grossing movies of all time is Avatar.
The second one is
the second one.
one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah, it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
I'm not joking. I had it on my list. I don't know what happened to it.
Josiah's like, is that a glitch on my computer?
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
The Avatar: The Way of Water is the second highest grossing movie of all time.
I think it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
Who likes Avatar that much?
People
in China.
I was going to say, is it like a China thing?
overseas. I was copying and pasting, moving the order around, and I think I spaced. Doggone it.
Woo! I
Well,
can't wait to look back.
We didn't put any stakes on this. We're gonna. No, what's gonna happen is going to get delayed till 2026.
That'd be so sad.
We're gonna be out of the running.
The second highest grossing movie of all time is Avengers Endgame. The third is Avatar: The Way of Water. I can't believe that. I feel like nobody in my like friendship circle or who I work with ever talked about Avatar: The Way of Water. Like, I know the first one was a big thing back in 2009, but the second movie, I'm surprised.
It's third highest gross movie, and I bet the third one's gonna be like up there.
I guess so. James Cameron's just like, what do I do with all this money?
Makes money.
Ugh. I think Riley. Here's what happened. I had my computer up, and Riley deleted my roster. It's not cool, but we'll brush past it.
Woo! Woohoo!
We can move in. I came up with 4 concur and not concurs. Riley came up with a couple as well. So we can just kind of go through those real quick. Riley, why don't you start?
Okay, number 1, concur or not concur. Going to the movies is a good first date. Going to the movies is a good first date. 3, 2, 1, concur. We all say concur.
I think we're the kind of guys who would say.
I was going to
concur.
say I feel like I am more of myself when I'm in my element, and I'm in my element when I'm going to see a movie.
I will put asterisk on it and say, like, if you go to get food before,
I was gonna
I
say,
think that's the
I was gonna
perfect
say-
or you
thing.
get food after and you talk about the movie.
Yeah, I would say before,
Yeah.
because then if you go to the movie first, then you aren't really breaking the ice at all. But if you get food before, then
Yes.
On the Girl Chill Hunting podcast, not concur. What? I just feel like women would be more inclined to say not concur on that one,
probably, but.
which is probably why we get it wrong a lot of times.
But that's because they think guys are just being lazy, and they're just doing a movie.
The truth is, guys just want to see movies.
yeah, babe, it's Avatar, Fire and Ash.
But if I took a girl to see a movie, like a movie I was looking forward to, that's like
I just feel like
showing her that I like. Oh, I appreciate you. I care about you. This is one of my passions. I want to share one of my passions
Yeah.
with you.
You just have to.
I think they see it as a cop out.
well, that's what I'm
'Cause you
saying.
don't talk.
You have to.
You have to do food or coffee or something where you talk before the movie.
I think you have to say it in explicit terms. I want to go to a movie because I like movies and I want to share this with you, and it excites me. And I think if you can communicate, because that's what girls actually don't. It's not that they don't like movies; it's that they don't like poor communication.
Amen.
Next question.
Okay, concur or not concur? Elio will be the best Pixar release since Coco. Elio.
I don't
It's
know if I've seen
a little. I read the synopsis. An imaginative little boy.
When did
gets,
Coco come out?
2018.
Okay.
Is little boy goes on this sci-fi adventure of sorts.
Okay.
Best movies since Coco, not better than Coco. Okay,
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Not concur.
Concur.
You say concur?
I said not concur.
I think Inside Out 2 was good.
I think Soul's good.
I think
Soul, that's-
Soul is good. I was looking since Coco. They had just not that many good movies.
People like Luca. I've heard. I haven't seen it.
Luca. I liked Luca.
Turning Red,
I kind of liked it.
Lightyear, Elemental.
Onward.
Onward. I like Onward. I haven't watched it since, but on first watch, I
My
loved
name's
it.
Tom Holland, and I'm a goblin.
I just feel like Pixar has not been knocking it out of the park. So to assume that the next one will not be will continue that trend is safer than saying it will.
I think also that discredits Inside Out 2 or Soul. I think those are good movies. Will it be on the same as
Inside- or
reach
Soul-
the high highs of Pixar? That's a high bar to reach.
Well, that's their whole thing, though. That used to be their whole thing.
Yeah, but we're in a different day and age than Pixar was 25 years
They
ago.
also had some stinkers.
But Coco
in
was
there,
really
like
good.
Bug's Life,
The Good Dinosaur, Brave.
That was still towards
Cars,
for about 12
Cars
years.
2.
Cars 3, Planes.
That
It's
wasn't
not
Pixar. Go take a lap.
Next, concur, not concur. Robert Pattinson should be the DCU's Batman. So the James Gunn's DCU's Batman. Robert Pattinson should be the DCU's Batman. 3, 2, 1.
Not concur.
We say,
I say concur.
Dude, no.
I say no because the tone of the Matt Reeves movies seems so different than anything James Gunn would want to touch. James Gunn's movies are fun and groovy. And
Truly, if Robert Pattinson gets sucked into a whole universe, like, it's going to take away a lot of my love for the Batman and its series.
The reason why I say concur is because I'm afraid James Gunn is not going to want two Batmans going on the same time. I don't think James Gunn wants general audiences to be confused that there's two Batmans going on. So it's either going to be Robert Pattinson is in the DCU as our next Batman, or there's no more the Batman.
So you're making a decision based on fear.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I sure hope not. I would rather just have the Batman and not get a sequel than we get a ton of sequels and it gets diluted.
All of the
But you don't trust James Gunn and Matt Reeves to be able to...
It doesn't matter. I don't like the idea generally speaking, of like turning everything into a multiverse or like a shared universe. Cameo, look at that, like new appearances. And the Batman is so good. I don't want it to be part of that.
I want the Batman 2 so bad. Like, I'm devastated it got pushed to 2027.
Yeah.
Riley cried.
And there's rumors that it might be Alan Richardson or this guy. Like, I would love that. But I want both, okay? I want to have my cake and eat it too.
I was just about to say that.
I want that. But if I had to choose, like, either a different person as the Batman or Robert Pattinson, I'm picking Robert Pattinson because I think he's one of the best actors working.
Not as good as Ryan Gosling.
It's good. Next question.
You were doing the self titty twister from Transformers.
Okay, concur or not concur. Love Me will release to positive reception.
We get a quick
I just
recap.
heard about this movie today.
Oh, yeah. That
A
one.
post-apocalyptic romance in which a buoy and a satellite meet online
you
and
see
fall
that?
in love
That's all.
after the end of human civilization, starring Kristen Stewart and Stephen Yeun. 3, 2, 1.
Not concur.
Man.
Okay.
that-
It comes out at the end of the month. Wow. Somebody really thought that they were coming up with the next big idea.
I think, but I was literally, because I watched a trailer, and I was thinking about it after I finished watching The Secret Life of Walter Mitty yesterday. It's like, I feel like Secret Life does what, without trying, does what this movie is doing by making it its whole thing of like, look at life. Life is beautiful. Isn't life something to be cherished? It's like, don't tell us, just show us. And I think there's more to it than that, but like that looks like such a ham-fisted way to do it.
Yeah, some film school graduate thought that they were being real
I
smart.
will admit, I think the initial concept being the end of time and it's a satellite and a buoy communicating, it's just like, okay, that's interesting. That sounds like a short story. But then they adopt these human...
a short story.
Yeah, then they adopt these human
They turn
avatars
it
and it's just like,
a
nah.
90-minute movie.
No, yeah, that one's not it.
Dune Part 2 should be nominated for a Best Picture nomination. Dune 2 should be nominated for the Best Picture at the Oscars. 3, 2, 1.
Concur.
Concur. Easy.
A little delayed there.
Next question. Yeah, I say yes only because the Lord of the Rings movies were in that running, and I think there's some stiff competition nowadays. Oscar noms and Oscar bait movies are so prevalent that it's hard for a sci-fi blockbuster to get in there. But I think so. I don't think it would win, but I think it.
Do you think it should win?
No, I
No.
personally don't. I would understand if you or someone said yes, but I don't personally think so.
Yeah, it's a beautifully crafted movie. It's just not. Do Oscars generally not favor adaptations? They do. They like biopics, but adaptations, I would think.
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Okay, that may be the exception to the rule.
I don't know the
Maybe
answer to that question.
I don't know either, but I can see them turning their nose up at
King's
it.
Speech. I think that was based. I mean, it was based off a true story, but I think it was based off a book,
Okay, maybe based on.
memoirs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it getting the attention that it might deserve. Concur, not concur. Fantastic Four first steps will outperform both Thunderbolts and Captain America: Brave New World at the box office. 3, 2, 1. Concur.
I think the fact that Captain America is releasing in February is what is going to hurt it.
I think
You think people don't want to go to the movies in February?
Yeah, I think people are straight up. People are just more active, more social in the summertime.
studios that have higher like hopes or like they believe in their projects, they release it in the later of the year than early on.
But like Black Panther released in February.
Oh, that's true.
Dune released in the first week of March.
Dumb.
Dumb.
But you're right. No, generally speaking.
And I think I lost my train of thought.
Making yeah, Thunderbolts is just not a familiar enough IP Like I just feel like I'm looking forward to Thunderbolts. I just feel like Fantastic Four is so everybody. That's a household.
And I think Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby, especially, and then the other two,
Joey Quinn and Ibn Mas Barak.
They're not as household of names at this point, but casting Pedro Pascal, I think, will get people in seats.
Yes.
That speaks to my point. He's in so many franchises,
but he's a good actor.
So familiar to people because
that speaks to how much people like him.
Yeah.
Yes, and they like him because they've seen him in everything else.
Besides, like, and one more thing about him.
They like him because he's a good actor.
Yes, and
then he said, "What if I have to tell you something and you're not there?" And I would say, "Shut up."
I also say I think the word of mouth on all these three movies are going to be big on how well they do in the box office. Like if their movies are really good, then the box office is going to do better. And I think I have my expectations that Fantastic Four will be good is more high than Thunderbolts.
You gotta wrap it up.
More high
than good movie, though.
More high than Thunderbolts. I think Captain America: Brave New World. Is that the Russo brothers that are doing that? Who's directing?
I don't know.
Okay,
Nobody knows.
That's not good. I think Captain America: Brave New World could be. People might turn up for that.
I hope
but
both of those movies are good.
yeah,
I really
we'll
do. Last concur or not concur. Chris Pratt is a good actor. Chris Pratt is a good actor. 3, 2, 1.
Concur. Well, yeah.
Chris Pratt is a good actor. Okay,
Riley did this for doing this just for himself.
Because people, I see it online so much that Chris Pratt gets hate.
He's a good voice actor. Even I'll give him credit. Like we've talked about that on the pod. As Emmett from the Lego Movie, and I think as Mario from the Mario movie, he does a really good job. I don't care for I don't care for Onward, and I'd never seen the Garfield movie.
I don't think anyone else could be a better Star-Lord than Chris Pratt. In the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, when Rocket is about to die, like that emotional scene of him crying, great acting.
A lot of people can cry and act at the same time. Like,
he's not saying that someone else couldn't do it. You're just saying that he did it well.
Yeah.
Okay. You said whatever.
I would about to fight you on this podcast. I think he's a good actor. I just can't think of too many roles that he's done that have really stretched him or like been more demanding.
There's some movie coming out with him and
Billy Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
that's by the Russo brothers.
Okay,
Electric State.
Yeah, he looks different anyway. Like I don't know if his performance will be different, but he looks like
if
out of
anything,
character.
I'd say like in his role in Parks and Rec was like he has got comedic chops, and then he's been in other like one-off like Zero Dark 30.
Passengers.
I hope he gets a project where he really shows he can go that way, which I think he's done as Star-Lord.
Yeah, I think if he can just get a more like dramatic, less big blockbuster roles, people will take him more seriously. And I think they should, because I think he's a good actor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The final concur or not concur. I Could Use a Boost is the single best song from a score from 2024. 3, 2, 1. Concur.
I don't know.
I was going to say like you got to give me time to think on that one, but it's a good song.
It's a great song, but I have to think about all the 2024
Did
releases.
any other ones come to mind immediately?
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Kiss the Ring and Dune Part 2.
Okay, well that's the prompt.
Well, we didn't get 3 seconds to think about it.
Don't know.
Thelma, What Spirit? I mean, it's probably recency bias, but like it's like a really good song. I Could Use a Boost. So I mean, I'll say concur. I don't want to diminish the other great.
I'll say not concur.
Songs that have come out last year.
Riley said, "Kiss the Ring."
By Hans Zimmer, the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
You're uninvited February 3rd, February 4th.
I'm gonna.
We all show up February 3rd. Riley, where's the Hans Zimmer concert?
I'm gonna go
bought tickets in Tennessee for tomorrow.
I'm gonna go to the Chris Bowers live concert.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
do
have
it.
banger time.
All right. Well, it's a return of another familiar segment, and it's always been between you two. So we really got to keep.
Next time, we could do it.
Well, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm just saying we got to continue. We got to. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's back. We see the return of Last Man Standing. I will give a prompt, and you must both name movies or whatever that fit the criteria. And the first person to not be able to name a movie or to repeat a movie loses, and the other person wins. Do you understand your mission?
I understand.
Yep.
First prompt, and the Last Man Standing wins. First prompt, Brendan Fraser movies. Noah starts.
The Whale.
The Mummy.
Looney Tunes. Back in Action.
The Mummy Returns.
Furry Vengeance.
I don't. Oh shoot. The Mummy 3: The Lost Empire.
Did you just make up that?
Can we get a check on that one?
The Mummy 3: The Last Empire. Yep. Not a trace of that. Revenge of the Mummy. The Mummy Returns. Yeah, no.
I was gonna
Mummy
say
3.
There is a Mummy 3.
Journey to the Mummy Tomb of the Dragon
You
Emperor. That's a.
You got
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Inkheart, Journey to the Center of the Earth,
What's the?
George of the Jungle.
Encino Man.
Yeah,
the movie
that's.
that just came out this year. Brothers, where are my emeralds?
Where
I
are
was
my
thinking the one
emeralds?
with he like makes a deal with the devil. What's that one called?
I don't know. You know. Is that Adam Sandler?
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky. That's what I was thinking of. Extraordinary Measures.
I thought what's the one with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves?
Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
He's in that.
No. You talking about making it
Talking about devil
talking about
movie.
making a deal with the devil.
Yeah,
I win that one.
But the devil's like Elizabeth Hurley. She's really attractive.
Bedazzled,
That might be it.
Monkey Bone. Yeah, I think you're thinking of Bedazzled, Monkey Bone.
Not the last Boy Scout. Shoot, he plays a pitcher. What's that movie called?
Riley, you can't keep making up movies.
I already said Furry Vengeance.
Anyways, I lost.
All right, next one. Horror movies from before the year 2000.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Friday the 13th.
The Leprechaun.
Scream.
Halloween.
If we say a series, is that series gone?
For simplicity, yes.
Okay. Hellraiser.
I was gonna say that. Psycho.
The Thing.
Rosemary's Baby.
The Omen.
The Fly.
Jaws.
I'm thinking of horror movies. Skita pop pop, skita pop pop, scoop.
4, 3.
You know I can't think when you're doing a countdown.
1.
Yes.
Poltergeist?
Poltergeist. Pet
Oh,
Cemetery.
The Exorcist.
Pet Cemetery.
I was going to say
It
The
with
Ring.
Tim Curry.
That came out in 2002. Then I was going to say Jeepers Creepers. That came out in 2001. So good thing I
I was
playing
thinking
this one.
When does the first Final Destination come out?
2000, I think. Maybe. I don't know. All right, 1-1.
I had more in my.
In your back
Christine, Carrie,
Yeah,
Maximum
it's a lot.
Overdrive.
Shining.
Lot of
Stephen King, man.
number 3 or prompt 3. Rachel McAdams movies.
About Time.
Doctor Strange.
The Time Traveler's Wife.
Game Night.
Midnight in Paris.
The Notebook.
Mean Girls.
The Vow. Yeah.
When did that come?
No.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
make some sort of comment. Make some noise so it's not dead air.
That
Give
was
me the
Riley
countdown.
about an hour ago.
No, don't do the countdown. Not yet. We're not. It's not time.
Riley, hit me with the high C.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
She's in it.
Yippee!
Disobedience.
Oh man. Sherlock Holmes.
I don't know if she's in the second one. Shoot. Shoot, is that the movie's name? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Yeah, you got that. You nailed that.
Sherlock Holmes 2: Game of Shadows.
Shoot!
Yep.
Oh, crap. No. About time. What are you looking
What are
at?
you doing? Looking at my movies.
You can't do that.
Why?
Doctor Strange. She's not in the Avengers. No.
4,
No.
3, 2.
You know how much I sacrificed?
You can't do this to me.
Spotlight.
She ain't
Southpaw?
animated.
You done did it.
She was in like What If as her character from Doctor Strange. Otherwise, not really. Wedding Crashers.
Darn it. I knew that too.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got a lot of them.
Wedding Crashers seems like a movie you would have watched a lot growing up.
I
Or
actually
you would have
did.
watched with like your friend group in high school.
Yeah, I
They
think I
would've been
watched
like,
it once.
Oh, we're watching Wedding Crashers because it's Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are hilarious.
Will Ferrell has a funny cameo in that. Mom, the meatloaf. Have you guys seen that? You ever heard of it?
I've heard
that line. I didn't know that's what that was from.
This will be a quick one. Found footage movies.
Okay.
I'm curious to see what this one looks like. Riley, you start.
The Blair Witch Project.
Which is also a pre-2000 horror.
Cloverfield.
Paranormal Activity.
That was the only one that I had.
There's I have a couple movies, but I don't know if they consider.
I don't know if this counts. Missing.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Is that a?
It's like
It's all
on
like
the camera.
it's like
on the-
screen capture, but it's all like computer screen or like phone screen. I think it counts.
We'll say it's good.
VHS.
Nice. Yeah, you gotta think horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Skinamarink.
Is that found footage?
You have to fact check that.
Yeah.
My nose sure is itchy. Where's Mom and Dad? Where are all the doors and windows?
Was shot on digital video.
That would be a
Under the category of analog horror, a subgenre of found footage.
huh?
I don't. But the fact that you're not confident in that makes me.
Yeah,
insane.
I won't. Fine.
Chronicle.
Creep.
I've never seen Chronicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creep.
It's like the one movie that Josh Trank made before Fanforstic.
Creep.
What do you
Oh,
say?
we heard you.
Stop talking. Yeah, a lot of horror. What other? I mean,
There's
I've
a lot
lost.
of like small or not small, but like low budget indie horror movies.
Wreck.
Wreck-It Ralph.
REC.
What's
Oh, which
that?
is like a VHS.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
It's like a zombie movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of. There's one. It's called like the
Quarantine.
Poughkeepsie tapes.
I've never heard of any of this.
I've heard about them on YouTube sphere. So we're 2-2.
2-2.
All right. Well, we'll just let this one be the tiebreaker here. One word movie titles. Noah.
Coco.
My dad's favorite. Red.
That was your one for movies with color in the title. That was your first one.
Push.
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield a word?
Coco's not a word. That's a name. I just gave that one to you.
Okay. Yeah. They should be coming any second now. What's the ruling on the?
No.
Why is I'm?
Give it to
Why
him.
am I
Give it to
drawing
him.
such a blank?
I'm gonna give it to him. No, I need more time. What? I hear Kenzie whispering from the other room.
Aloha.
Missing.
I get so
Searching.
Southpaw.
stop naming one
You're
word movie
burying me alive
titles.
right now.
Man, when it comes down to it, I just can't think on the spot sometimes. When you know there's an infinite number of movies with single words.
Jumper. You said push. Jumper.
I don't know where I got push from. I was
Nobody's
thinking
quite
of,
sure.
I think I was, I looked over there, I saw Pulp Fiction, and then I thought of, or I saw Django Unchained, and I thought of Pulp Fiction, and then I thought of push from the P. That's that line of thought.
Fascinating.
Nosferatu.
That's the name
the name.
also, technically.
So your first one would have been wrong.
It probably should have been if it was a proper noun.
I didn't want to cut Noah off on the very first one. The boy couldn't handle it. So there you go. You won.
Thank you.
Last man standing. Riley is the last man standing, but we'll see if he is last man standing where it actually counts, which is in trivia. It is 2-2. I am officially out of the running for this season of trivia. And today,
Sorry, I just got you off.
Yeah.
point. No, that was super rude.
I'm sorry.
So can you test your buzzer? Anyway, so this is for all the marbles. And this week's trivia category or theme is voice acting roles. How are you guys feeling right now?
I'm nervous because I don't know
I'm a
what.
little nervous too.
This is up for all the marbles.
Well, then you better make it count. Question number 1. In Frozen, the lead characters Anna and Elsa are voiced by what two actresses respectively? Riley.
Christian Bale and Adina Menzel.
That is correct. Question number 2. Those are my keys dropping on the ground. Samuel L. Jackson has done voice work for animated projects including The Incredibles, Astro Boy, The Boondocks, and Turbo. But what 2024 movie did he star in as a fatherly cat? Riley.
Flo?
That is incorrect.
2024 movie that he starred in.
Samuel L. Jackson has done voice work for animated projects including The Incredibles, Astro Boy, The Boondocks, and Turbo. But what 2024 movie did he star in? Noah.
Garfield. The Garfield movie.
The Garfield movie. That is correct.
Darn it.
1-1. Number 3. We don't talk about how John Leguizamo voiced Bruno in Encanto, but we do talk about what voice role Noah.
Sid the Sloth.
That is correct. What voice role that he started in 2002 Blue Sky Studios movie. Number 4. Name the movie based on the cast, going from lesser roles to top billed roles. J.K. Simmons, Ben Stiller, David Cross, Tina Fey, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, Will Ferrell. Riley.
The Lego movie?
That is incorrect. J.K. Simmons, Ben Stiller, David Cross, Tina Fey, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, Will Ferrell. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Megamind.
It didn't register, but that is correct.
Let's go. Oh, I'm so glad that came to me. Ooh.
See, this was the time that Riley buzzing in early did not pay off for him.
I think I got getting in on the Ice Age question was pretty good for me. You probably would have got that one.
What do you say, buddy? Finish out trivia just for old time's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Noah won. Very exciting. Nobody, and I mean nobody, thought this day would come.
You're the one who's
Nobody.
complained about never winning trivia these days. Come on.
I already got my win.
I want to win.
Question number 5. What popular 2000s era actress got her start in Hollywood by voicing Dot in A Bug's Life? Noah.
Hayden Panettiere.
That's correct. And so yeah, Noah really.
I got the bonus question. I get to pick 2 movies for you
Noah
guys.
really won this one.
Was that the 5th question?
That was the 5th.
Gods and Generals.
Oh,
What?
Wait, that wasn't the bonus question?
no, that was number 5.
You hear what he's giving us?
I'm not actually.
What's that movie?
Gods and Generals. It's like the Civil War movie with
like
Jeff
5 hours
with
long or
Jeff
something.
Daniels. It's literally like 4.5 hours long.
Question. Yeah, we got a bonus question still. Disney's 2004 forgotten masterpiece, Home on the Range, stars what legendary Oscar-winning actor as the horse Buck? Noah.
Why is it so much louder now? Mel Gibson?
Incorrect. A performance that, like all of his other performances, would probably make Riley cry.
Paul Newman. I don't know.
Have you seen any Paul Newman
No,
movies?
I don't know. Who make Riley cry?
What?
Who makes me cry? Wait.
Throwback. Think like episode 2 of the Good Chill Hunting podcast.
Episode 2. What we do episode 2?
Man, I feel like I was just thinking about Home on the Range
Episode 2.
not that
episode
long
2.
ago.
What was episode 2?
It's
No,
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Ah!
Oh. That is a throwback.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody talks about Home on the Range probably because it sucks, even though I called it a forgotten masterpiece.
Good
All
job.
right. Thank you. Well, this is good. Now we, each of us have one season
Yeah.
of trivia.
We are an inclusive podcast.
Okay, so
Riley.
Make a wish.
I had a movie picked out prior to us starting, and then another one came to mind, and I know I gave Riley flack for it, so I'm just for asking you guys to pick. I basically have 2 movies now. Do you want the one that I had in mind prior, or the one that I came up with?
I like choices.
Oh,
What?
He always
Riley, no, you don't want. We are being punished right now. We are the victims. We do not partake in.
When I won, I gave you guys Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
That was your prerogative.
Neither one of these movies is probably longer than an hour 45, unlike the movie you chose.
I chose an hour and 6
I chose a good movie.
You
Not a
chose
bad
the
movie.
shortest. You chose a movie that was stretching to meet the feature.
I'm not contributing
Okay,
any
fine.
feedback.
I am
Same.
going to go with my new choice because I want to hear what you guys think about it.
Oh, hey, this is Sam from Lord of the Rings. What are you waiting for? You're just really stalling right now, so I'm telling you to.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go with my original choice, Empire Records.
Lame.
Dumb
I
choice.
heard of this.
Other choice.
I heard of this movie.
I want the other choice.
Other choice. I'm not going to
Other
tell you.
choice.
I'm not going to tell you.
Other choice.
Stop talking.
Give it. You said choice. You tease.
And you said, I'm not going to. I don't want to.
I didn't say that.
You did.
You said I'm a girl. What? Huh?
No, you said, I don't want him to choose. My name's Riley Hughes. I'm a little boy. Empire Records. I heard about this movie a couple months ago. It seems like a real slice of life, teenagers, just like kids being kids sort of movie. I think it sounds like a good premise, a real just feel good movie. I hope. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
And so you're going to make us watch it.
When
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
season 4, I'm making you watch a dumb movie.
Why? Why?
I won season 1 and I made you watch a dumb movie. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna make you-
this movie. It's like well received.
So it's interesting how you would pick it as the movie that you for us to watch.
Yeah, because both of you guys are skeptics, and I would love. And
Have you seen it?
No, but it's on my watch list. I want to watch
We're
it.
going to like it and he's going to not like it.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
hopefully.
funny? That would be the irony of it all. I would love it if you guys loved the movie. Basically, both of you were just like,
Is it on streaming?
I don't know. I don't think it has to be. I downloaded Tubi or whatever to watch Master of Disguise. Maybe it's on that.
And you had a great time with it.
My little violin I'm playing for you.
Okay. Well,
Our
our
If it's any- it's
fate
not-
has been decided.
I don't think it's any consolation, but I will watch it this week as well. It'll give me an excuse to.
I don't care. Anyways, tell us what movies you're excited for in 2025. And hit that like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your good pals, your coworkers about the Good Chill Hunting podcast. We'd really appreciate it.
Yep. And let us know if you've heard of Empire Records.
Yeah, put L in the comments for Noah.
I won.
Just put L in the comments for Noah. Put L Noah.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Bye.